I want to thank you for coming in, Mrs. Thrasher. First off, I want to tell you your son Johnny is doing great in my class. He's such a great kid. He's got a lot of energy. He tells me that he's playing soccer now.
Mm-hmm.
How's he doing in that?
Yeah, he's doing good. His coach has been pretty nice to him. It's been a good time.
That's good. It's good to see him out there using some of that energy. How's the rest of the family doing?
It's good. We recently just got a new dog, actually, because Johnny wanted to get a new dog. So we just got a new dog recently.
Oh, that's good. That's good. I love dogs. We have 3 at home. So the reason we're in here today is to go over Johnny's reading and just answer any questions you might have. You know, we got a pretty open class, and I hope that you know that anytime you need to email me or call me, I'm available. I want to help in any way I can. As far as Johnny goes, you know, he's doing great. He's right on goal with his peers. You know, his fluency is going really well. We're learning to decode, and he's getting really good at it. You know, he can when he doesn't know a word, he figures it out. He can figure it out from different parts of the word or from other words in the sentence. You know, we had a little issue before with him where he would just kind of skip words. You know, I'm sure that you've seen him do that. Or he would give it like one try and then move over it and just keep reading. We've worked on that, and he's gotten so much better at, you know, stopping at the word. I've explained to him, you know, there's sometimes words that even I got to look at for a second. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. But we get more and more sight words every week. We add to it. And, you know, the more we add to it, the more they learn these words. I have a word wall, and they'll add words like, I'll put 10 words up there. And if we find more words during the week, they'll say, Mr. Thrasher, well, how come this word's on the word wall? I'm like, well, we better add it. And Johnny has helped add quite a few words on there. His comprehension is good. You know, comprehension is so important. But he's getting to where he's getting more interested in what we're talking about. I'm trying to help him with the interest. And, of course, I can't pick subjects all the time that they're all going to like, but we try to find a way to make it interesting and relatable, you know, for everyone. And he's pretty good about finding a way to relate to it. You know, he's pretty involved in the reading. He likes to read out loud. Sometimes during discussions I have to call on him, but he'll a lot of times raise his hand and be willing to answer. He's a really sharp kid, and his reading is coming along really well.
That's good.
Do you have any questions you want to ask me?
I do, actually. Okay. One of the questions I have is, can you tell me about your grading process?
Well, my grading process when it comes to reading, I assess them all the time, which means that I'm watching them all the time and taking notes, you know, seeing how they come along. We have tests we do where we'll give them a page to read and 1 minute to read it, and I'll watch the words they missed, and that's how we determine, you know, their fluency, how much they're getting. As far as my grading goes, a lot of it has to do with participation, and, you know, we do take quizzes for comprehension, but I always give them a chance if they did bad on it to go back and bring their grade up to a passing grade. A lot of times, you know, the answers are in the text, so when they miss them, they just didn't go back and look. When we do tests that they are not allowed to be open book, you know, that's all about comprehension. Johnny's done pretty well at it. Again, if they do get a failing grade, I offer opportunities for them to fix it and bring their grade up to a passing grade. As far as grading their reading ability, I'm just rating them as they go along. As long as they're participating and trying hard when they read, then they're going to be fine. But I am watching them to see how they're assessing at the end of the year. Actually, we'll meet again around halfway through the year, and we'll talk about how he's coming along. Right now, he's doing great. We keep this all, logged, and it's in the computer, and it assesses throughout the year. And as far as my grading goes, it's mostly based on, tests and participation. We will have some book reports, and they can use their book to make their book reports. So I do grade those. We will have some oral reports as well. We haven't done that yet, but we will. I'm sure Johnny will do fine at it. If you have any questions going forward, or if he does or needs any extra help, just let me know.
Okay, so what can we do, or how can we get involved?
That's great. We always need help. I would love to have volunteers to come up and read. If you happen to see we're studying something that like if we were, I don't know, if you played soccer, if we were reading a soccer book and you wanted to talk about your experience in college, with your coach, or what kind of work you did, or, if we were reading a book about Utah and you were from Utah, I'm always looking for help from parents to come in. And we love to learn about different cultures and different experiences. It's great for the student, it's great for the school. So if you see anything that you think that you could bring to the classroom, feel free to email me or call me. We love to have visitors. And from the other side of it, it's good for your son to see you read, to see how you enjoy reading, and always tell him that reading is fun. Yes, we have TV and internet, and there's so much going on that nobody wants to read, but if he sees you reading and how you enjoy it, that will influence him. Also, read with him if you want, go over his reading. If you see him reading, ask him what it was about, stuff like that does a world of help.
Okay.
Is there anything else?
Yeah, I have one more question. So can you tell me a little bit about the STAR test and how we prepare for it?
Okay, the STAR test, as far as reading goes, my best advice would be do your best. I'm going to prepare them my best. The STAR test is great because it helps us, see how the kids are developing throughout the years, see how they've gotten better from 4th, 5th, 6th grade, see how they're keeping up with their peers, and it also helps us evaluate what some of the things we do that isn't working, and do we need to change it? Do we need to make new policy and change the way we do things? Because the STAR test is also, I'm being evaluated, not just the student. But in reading, it's difficult because they're not actually seeing the student read. They don't know how they've progressed. They don't know how they've learned to decode. A lot of it is comprehension. And we know some people are just bad test takers, or somebody might just be having a bad day. So my advice as far as the STAR goes, and I will help them with this too, is do your best. Read, take your time. There's no rush. Go back and look in the text for the answers, because you can do that. And just show them what you can do. You can do it. Don't get nervous about it, because even if, for some reason it wasn't the greatest STAR grade, that doesn't mean that they're not a good reader, or that they're not up with their peers. It's just a way for the state and for us as educators to see, how it's going. It can be a little overwhelming, but we'll get through it, and it's not the end of the world, is my point with it. Okay? Anything else?
No, I think I'm actually good. You cleared it up for me a lot, and I'm sure Johnny will be happy to hear about what you told me about, and I will tell him to start reading more. And
okay, that's great. Well, thank you for coming in. Like I said, Johnny's a great kid, and if you ever need anything, feel free to call me, email me, You know, I'll send home newsletters with your kids. Every once in a while, we'll send home a weekly update in their folders. So if you have any questions about that, just feel free to give me a shout. Thank you.
Thank you.